So today was an interesting comment thread in the video. I'm in the middle of a project where I had to put a set of injectors in an LB7 Duramax, an 0304 Duramax, one of the earlier production models. And during my teardown phase, I had found a set of injectors from a company out in Jacksonville, Florida. It's called Diesel Logic. And I had some disparaging things to say about that because of things that I'd read, and there was in the price point that they were selling those units as. And shortly after posting that video a couple of weeks ago, I got a call from the Diesel Logic folks, and they were wondering where I was coming from. Perhaps I had some kind of personal axe to grind against the company, which wasn't exactly the case. I was just doing my normal ramble action. And well, anyway, so they called me because I upset somebody because I had some disparaging remarks rather. And Diesel Logic and myself had a conversation in my office a couple weeks, or about last week or so, and they didn't agree with what I said, obviously. So I decided it was probably best for all if I walked back a little bit on my statements, or rather I gave them an opportunity to walk me back, or change my mind rather. And they invited me out to their manufacturing facility in Jacksonville, which again, it's on the other side of the state. I'm on the west coast of Florida, and they're over on the east coast. And so it's not too far of a drive. And we're gonna go take a miniature field trip next week to go pay their facility a visit, because the fellas at the marketing team had a lot of things to say about past products and past product reputation, failure rates, build quality, material selection, things of that nature. And yeah, they did have a lot of negative feedback on the particular set of injectors that I had pulled out of this truck. Now, all of a sudden, I look at my comment section today, and I'm getting called a sellout, or they think that I was paid to sort of change my position on the matter. I was told that my career is over with because I'm going to get sued and I'm going to owe them every asset that I've ever acquired. I mean, you guys said a lot of nasty things, which is so disheartening, because I make an attempt to take a negative situation and turn it into a positive situation, and then I get personally attacked for it, which is fine. We all get to have our opinions, but I felt that, well, that's why I'm here. I want to make this video to just kind of talk about that a little bit more. Now, don't get me wrong, I did push the issue somewhat heavily in my video's commentary, which I will leave a link to those videos down in this video's description if you guys want to go back and hear what I said. I did push the negative issue a little hard, and naturally, like I said, I did draw the attention of the company in question, which I think is a fantastic opportunity, both for them, myself, and for you guys, for everyone to get the record straight, hence the invitation out to their manufacturing plant, which naturally, I immediately jumped on that because that's an opportunity to do something a little bit different. I get to meet some people, and we all get to have sorry, I'm pumping gas right now, but we all get to have and experience the point of view from the other party in question. So having said all that, I don't see how what I said today turns me into a sellout, or how that's going to make me turn into a shill for this other company or anything like that. I don't see why we have to look at everything in the most negative light possible. There, walking back out, I went to the store. So, for example, if I were to take a bite of these corn dogs right here and spit the corn dog out and say, oh, that's gross, Racetrack gas station has the worst corn dogs I've ever had, just because Racetrack might not like that, that doesn't mean Racetrack gets to sue me because I said I don't like their corn dogs. Furthermore, if I were to publish that opinion and then say, this is what I read, or say, in my opinion, then Racetrack, again, really does not get to sue me. So everybody jumping the gun in the comment section today, talking about how much of a POS I am because I had an opinion based on the information available to me at the time, doesn't warrant sellout, shill, or lawsuit behavior. That's just a difference in opinion. And what Diesel Logic has done is offered the opportunity to me and to others to sway that opinion. That doesn't mean I'm gonna sell all their products or I'm gonna buy them all day long every day. It very well may change my mind and I could become a customer of theirs. But that's the reason for the invitation to the manufacturing facility. Not everything that's a disagreement in this country has to end up in civil war / lawsuit or defamation or this and that. That's just not how things like that work. You see, one would think that it would be an admirable quality for a person to admit that, hey, I jumped the gun or I was wrong, or, you know, maybe I shouldn't have even said that. But that doesn't mean that person is a bad person for not being 1,000,000,000% right the first time, because that's just not how the human species functions. We don't work that way. We're not perfect beings, and we do not have the ability to see into the future. That doesn't mean that I was wrong. You know, those folks might make subpar junk components. They might do that. But for all I know, I've kind of taken a position of a one-sided argument, and that's what I realized I was wrong about. So hence my effort, to go back and allow the record to be corrected. I kind of just find it to be somewhat of a shame that we have to be so polarized in our opinions, where, you know, 3 days ago or last week or whatever, when I made the disparaging comments about those particular products, that everyone's like, yeah, screw those people, they're horrible, it's the worst company in the world. But then I walk back my position slightly, and now it's like, oh, screw you, Ray, you're the most horrible person in the world. Like, you can't, you know, where's the middle ground here, people? Like, we need to find middle ground, because I think that type of mentality and behavior has caused the citizens of the world a lot more trouble than it has provided solutions. And, you know, that's kind of my observation on the matter. That's how I feel about it. And that's what I would want to do. And furthermore, if somebody said something negative that affected me or my business, and then later on decided that, hey, you know, maybe you took it a little too far, I would appreciate that person for them being honest with themselves. Now, having said all that, these corn dogs suck.